Greetings everyone, this is Connor from DagoraTV, and in this video we're going to be asking the question, is a new engine in development at Bethesda Game Studios for The Elder Scrolls 6? So if you're a subscriber that's watching this video, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking that I've already made this video. I made the video that Bethesda needs a new engine, and I already touched on this on the video that I made about what The Elder Scrolls 6 can learn from Fallout 4. But this is actually, going to be kind of like a new topic of, a little tidbit of information that Todd Howard had in the same interview as the Jeff Keighley one, which I talked about in a previous video on the channel a week ago when I said about the Elder Scrolls 6 being 3 games away. And he gave maybe a little bit of a tidbit of information that could possibly state to us that, a new engine is in development and something that could be happening for The Elder Scrolls 6, not for these first two projects, but for The Elder Scrolls 6 instead. And I thought with me being away for this week, I'm actually in America, so I'm not going to be here right now to make videos, that I thought this would be kind of like a good one to kind of go on. This could be the good Elder Scrolls video of the week, and, as a way for me to kind of plan the videos for this week. So, let's go straight into it with the new engine in development, and it's in the Jeff Keighley interview with Todd Howard that I said before at E3 2016, just a little over 2 weeks ago now, and he said to us about the Elder Scrolls 6 in that interview that yes, it's 3 games away, so they've got 2 large projects in front of that going ahead, and which have then later to be confirmed that they are games by Pete Hines, but that's not really to get people down hope, because he did say that if he was going to sat here right now and him to explain the game to us, if that was going to happen, then we'd be thinking how is this possible, how are we making it? And that's the words out of Todd Howard's mouth. I will show you a clip from the interview in a moment's time. And then they said that the reason why it's waiting for so long is that they're waiting on technology that isn't really existing yet. It doesn't really exist. They're having to wait for new tech to come out, so to speak, and really kind of have that to be able to make the new features that they want to put in the game, and have the ideas that they have already thought of and really want to put in place in the Elder Scrolls 6 go forward with, because that they've got to wait that for a while. And a lot of people are thinking, and I'm one of these people, that this means a new engine, mainly because an engine, as many of you will know watching this video, is kind of like the foundation that the game is built upon. And in the last few couple of games that have been come out from Bethesda Game Studios, like Fallout 4 and Skyrim, have been on the updated Creation Engine, and then the games before that were on the Gamebryo, and then the Creation Engine was kind of built on the foundations of the Gamebryo and things like that. That's basically, what is the foundation of the game to kind of build upon. And, the Creation Engine has been kind of criticised from Fallout 4 by, myself included, for being a bit dated for, for the kind of new generation of consoles, or this current generation of consoles, sorry. And, the fact that, it visually didn't look impressive, mechanically it wasn't impressive, and there was a lot of bugs in the game. And a lot of that, not all of it, was down to the engine, but a lot of it was. And a lot of the problems that people had, mechanically with the game was down to the engine. So really a hell of a lot of people, especially in the Elder Scrolls community, have been kind of really wanting to have a new engine when it comes to the Elder Scrolls 6. Which obviously means, that would have, the kind of like newer mechanics into the game, and, look a lot fresher and kind of look more modern if they took the time to make it. But the problem with having a new engine is that it does take time to make. It does take quite a long time. It is quite a lengthy project to have. As an example I can give you is, say for instance, ZeniMax Online Studios, who made the Elder Scrolls Online, their engine that they had for the game was it wasn't necessarily a new engine, because they used the groundwork and the notes from the Hero engine, which has been used in other MMOs, and kind of rewrote a lot of the lines of code in that engine, which was a big thing that was the reason why they wasn't able to put anything into the game for about 2 years, because there was kind of reworking this engine. And ZeniMax Online Studios is a very, very big team, and they only was working on that one project, whereas with Bethesda Game Studios, they're a smaller team than ZeniMax Online Studios, and they're working on 3 projects at the same time. One of them, with this engine as well, if that happening, so obviously it's going to take a long time to make, but it's going to be worth it. So that's one of the reasons why, if it is true that the game will be taking so long to come out. And also, it kind of goes along with the idea that the waiting on tech that isn't even major. And, if you just want to quickly check out this quote, I'll put it now into the video, and, I'll just hear it from the man himself, Todd Howard.
In these moments to tell our fans, yes, of course we are.
Okay.
It's something we love, but it is, I have to be careful what I say. It's a very long way off. I could sit here and explain the game to you, and you would say, that sounds like you don't even have the technology. How long is that going to take? And so it's something that is going to take a lot of time, what we have in mind for that game. And we actually have 2 other large projects we're also doing that are bigger than anything we've done. And people will probably hear about those even before Elder Scrolls 6. And that'll make sense many years from now.
Okay. So that's amazing. So you have a vision in your head of what you want Elder Scrolls 6 to be?
We think very long term. We're not a developer that's going to like rush something like this out.
Yeah.
Any of our games. So when you think about what is the future of that kind of game, you know, we have a pretty good idea of what it would be, and it's just going to take technology and time that really we don't have necessarily right now.
Okay.
So all in all, you know, what I'm saying is there's a little wink possibly from Todd Howard, you know, when he was saying like technology doesn't quite exist yet, because then a lot of people will be thinking, you know, from when this first was said, my mind immediately jumped to a new engine, but some people were thinking, oh, possibly a new console, but, you know, then they could maybe be waiting for, you know, the Neo and the Scorpio to come out, but that's not going to be completely true, because they're still going to, because say with the Project Scorpio, it's going to be compatible with the Xbox One S and the Xbox One itself, so they're still going to have to make versions of the Elder Scrolls 6 for that, so it's not like they're waiting for the new consoles, or, you know, say like a completely new generation. And judging by what the PS4 has said, or Sony have said, so is that the PlayStation Neo is not going to shorten the PlayStation 4's life cycle at all. So that means that, you know, that game is going to be coming out, that the PlayStation 5 or whatever, or the next PlayStation is, you know, saying you're going to continue on that 10-year cycle, which is going to be around about 2024. And judging by what Todd Howard said of them being more regular, that kind of goes out of the flow of what they were saying. So I don't think that that's the case. I think the new engine is a wise kind of assumption to make, mainly because, you know, it takes a while to make. It's been heavily demanded by a lot of people in the Bethesda community. I don't really think there's been a good argument yet for why they want to maintain this engine. Maybe the only good one I've actually heard, that's an incorrect statement for me, is about the modding, about how open it is to mod and how easily accessible it is to modders to be able to mod the game with. And, you know, a lot of game engines actually do this now, and you know, if they are making a new engine, that could be something that could be built into that. So, and Bethesda are a studio that do love, you know, modding in the game, and they are very accepting of it. So, you know, there's no reason why that wouldn't be the case. But all in all, if this is true, this is fantastic news, because it's likely that we're going to get a better looking and more modern, mechanically speaking, Elder Scrolls game, and also, you know, it's not going to have that dated feel that Fallout 4 had. Because, you know, a lot of people love Fallout 4. I'm not the person that loves it. I enjoyed my time when I played it. You know, don't get me wrong. It's not like I hate the game at all. You know, I do like the game, and I spent over 100 hours playing it before I was done with it. But it did feel like an old game to me. It felt like a game that was like 5 years old, and you know, that needs to be changed. You know, that Bethesda are known in the past, you know, with games like Morrowind, Oblivion, and Skyrim, and Fallout 3, to be groundbreaking for the times, you know, to be the ones that you look back on that year, it's like, oh, wow, that was the one that was mechanically ahead of everything else that came out that year. But, you know, with Fallout 4, that wasn't the case, and especially when you look at games, you know, a lot better looking games, you know, that are coming out, say, for instance, like, you know, even open world games like Metal Gear Solid 5 and The Witcher 3, but also even, you know, the smaller experiences like, but very big worlds, like the Uncharted 4s out there that look a lot better than Fallout 4. I understand graphics isn't everything, but the engine has a big effect on gameplay as well. And Fallout 4, the shooting was tight, they was able to fix that, but the bugs was completely, you know, inconquerable. And, you know, the fact as well that with the loading screens that you get with this engine is a huge mess and a huge frustration to a lot of people, and also the fact that, you know, the amount of NPCs you're able to get on screen at one given time with this engine is completely dated compared to the games, you know, like Dragon Age Inquisition that came out, even the Battlefield games and things like that. And a lot of games that come out, you know, are doing it better than the Creation Engine can do it a lot with their game engines that they're running on, and this is needed. I'm hoping that this is true. Judging by what Todd said, I think we can pretty much assume that it's true, because I think that I haven't heard a good argument of any other system that's going to be coming out, you know, or saying, you know, technology isn't, you know, available yet. Are they waiting for the NX? Who knows? But I doubt it. But fantastic news, and I hope we'll get more on this in the future. So thanks all for watching the video, and I really hope you enjoyed it, and, you know, leave a like and comment and things like that. Tune in to a video that I've got coming out this weekend about some of the news that I've got coming up on the channel if you're interested in that. Also, leave your comments below on what you think about a new engine, and, you know, do you think this is true? Do you think I'm jumping to conclusions, which is very possible? Do you think a lot of people in the Elder Scrolls community are jumping to conclusions? What do you think about the reception of the engine, and about some of the changes that kind of need to be done on this engine? If you want to leave those comments in there as well, I'm very much looking forward to hear you, because even though I'm on holiday right now, I know for a fact that when I get in every night, I'm just going to be checking on my phone and, you know, just looking at all the different comments that I get in the videos, because sometimes I just can't help myself. But yeah, I'll be going ahead and, you know, replying to the comments in the comment section and things like that. And also go ahead and follow me on Twitter, Twitch, and all that good stuff. Check out the GNM podcast as well at Stitcher Radio, iTunes, and also on the channel. And if you want to go a step further, you go to patreon.com/DagoraTV, and you can get the GNM podcast and the brand new podcast that's going to be announced on Sunday coming to yourself, 2 days early if you pledge that $2 a month, which is, a reasonable amount, and I hope that if you want to go for it, you go ahead and do it, but don't feel obliged to it whatsoever, it's completely your decision. And that's everything, and I hope you check out some of my other videos on the channel, the Elder Scrolls playlist if you're interested in that kind of content I've got. Probably a video card on the screen right now, and also you can go ahead and check out, on the playlist bar on my channel itself. So thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.